you go.
Okay, great. I'm Steven with Maximum Threshold radio station, MaximumThreshold.net. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Johnny, the singer of Job for a Cowboy.
Thanks for being on the show here. So, how's the tour going so far at the moment?
It's only day 4, and this is the second time we've done Mayhem Festival, and it's great. It's like Metal Summer Camp. So.
Awesome. So, tell us about your success on the road touring.
It's kind of just one of those scenarios where we started at an extremely young age, pretty much out of high school, playing in our parents' garages, and one way or another, somehow, just being at it non-stop, snowballed into where we are now. It's been about 10 years now. It's scary, actually, how long it's been.
Oh, nice. So, where'd y'all start at?
Phoenix, Arizona.
And then, what all made you realize you have it? What the potential to actually go on the tour and make a name for yourself?
I don't think anyone in a band really looks at it that way. I think they just, from the start, I mean, obviously later down the road it kind of turns into a business and more of a job. In the beginning it's just for, the love of doing it. It's just fun.
So what did y'all parents think when you were all practicing in the basement, in the garage, whatever?
Obviously opinions were mixed. I grew up with a single metal mom. She took me out to really young age, like Queensryche, I say it all the time, and other interviews with Pantera, Metallica, but so it was easy for her. I think probably the way she raised me, she expected it. So.
Oh, nice. So you're a big fan of Queensryche?
Actually.
Okay. Back in 2012, I actually met the lady from the video Sweet Sister Mary. She's still looking good 20 years later.
That's awesome.
All right. So tell me about your success over the years.
I mean, at this point, it's just been endless touring. We're gone about 7 to 8 months out of the year. I think when you're kind of a little bit more on the underground side of the metal scene, you always have to be, doing something. You have to be in the public's eye one way or another. So it's just kind of, you're always on the grind and just touring nonstop.
Okay. Tell me about the hardships, the failures, the setbacks.
I think the biggest setback for any band is if the member leaves. I mean, we've had quite a few people who left the band just for whatever reason. They couldn't handle touring. They wanted a more normal life.
Define normal.
I'm not being gone 8 months out of the year, just wanting to start a family back at home maybe. So it's, being on the road isn't for everyone, and I think that's been one of the biggest, step backwards in the band, probably for any band.
How many positions in your band have had to be replaced, and how many times in each one?
I want to say 4 or maybe even 5 at this point. But I think there's always a bad side of it, but the bright side is with every member that has replaced the old one, I can honestly say they've been a better musician, and they've brought a lot more to the band that we couldn't do before.
It's a good way to look at it. Just tell me more about the hardships. What were the overall failures that really set you back, that really grinded your gears, made you either irritate you or light a fire under your ass, say, okay, we got to make a change here?
I mean, realistically, being in a band with a bunch of guys in a van, it's almost like being in a relationship with 4 other dudes. So it can be tough sometimes. Guys butt heads, obviously, and it's easy to get on someone's bad side. So you really have to be the best of friends to really, really make it work.
Understandable. Now, with all the touring, with all the being away from home, how's it play an effect on you as an artist?
Being away from home?
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, being as gone as much as I have over the years, it's normal. I think being home is not normal. I'm gone so much, the road is home at this point. So I wouldn't say, in one sentence, the road is home. I think this is the best way to describe it.
What's your favorite shit kickers?
Shit kickers? What do you mean?
Like, what type of shoes or boots do you like wearing for kicking shit around?
Shoes or boots? I usually wear Converse high tops.
Nice.
What do you want these days?
Right now, pair of Pumas. Okay, so anyways, tell us about bands you've toured with over the years.
Oh, the list is pretty endless. It's really hard to pinpoint anything. I mean, we've been on tour with, done a lot of touring with Behemoth, a lot of touring overseas with like the Black Dahlia Murder, a lot of tours with our buddies in the Red Chord, between the Buried and Me. We've done Megadeth tours. You know, we've done other Mayhem fests.
What's it like touring with Megadeth?
It's actually awesome. You know, I'm sure a lot of people have negative things to say. Obviously, it's out there, but it was a blast. We did a Gigantour, and I think it was 2010.
Oh. So I remember seeing the Gigantour in 2012.
Yeah.
All right. So did you ever do any work with anyone outside the band, like either from another band or another individual artist?
I think a couple of the guys obviously have side projects in the band. I have another band called Flesh Rot with Naveen Copperweiss, who was in Animals as Leaders. So that's something I do a lot on the side.
Nice. What you think of Washington so far?
I mean, I've been to Seattle area a shit ton of times, and it's beautiful. And this is probably the best weather we might have the entire tour.
I can't agree more.
Yeah.
So tell us about your fun with groupies.
My run with groupies, I'm gonna say it's pretty much minimal to none. Wouldn't say I'm quite the groupie guy.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us today. And can you give us a shout out for MaximumThreshold.net?
Yeah, of course. This is Johnny from Job for Cowboy, and you're watching MaximumThreshold.net.